In the previous videos, we have discussed about slope and different properties of slopes, correct? Now let's solve few problems based on that. Look at the first one. Find a point on the x-axis which is equidistant from the points this and this. This is nothing but midpoint formula, isn't it? So first let's write down the formula. Midpoint formula is m is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2, isn't it? Now they're saying find a point on the x-axis which is equidistant from the points this and this. One is it can be the midpoint. Second is it need not be the midpoint. I'll explain both the cases how it is possible. We'll take both the cases. Now here we can use distance formula and we can use it. It's very easy to get it. So one thing what we know is if I use a midpoint, suppose in this case the midpoint is going to be 7 plus 3 by 2, 6 plus 4 by 2, which basically becomes 5 comma 5. But what they are saying is it's a point on the x-axis, correct? And I'll also explain why this particular formula holds good there also. Okay, also. Now in this case, since the point is saying it's a point on the x-axis, a general point on the x-axis is going to be P of x comma 0, correct? Now let's use the distance formula here. That means the distance from x comma 0 to 7 comma 6 and x comma 0 to 3 comma 4, it should be the same, correct? So we can write let a is equal to 7 comma 6 and b is equal to 3 comma 4. Fair enough. Now pa is equal to pb root of 7 minus x whole square plus 6 square is equal to root of 3 minus x whole square plus 4 square. The squaring on both the sides, the root will get cancelled. Now expand this one. So what you have 7 minus x whole square plus 6 square, isn't it? So if you do this one, you get 49 plus x square minus 14x plus 36 is equal to 9 plus x square minus 6x plus 36. X square and x square gets cancelled, correct? Now what do we have? So 49 plus 36. So 49 plus 36 is going to give you 85 minus 14x is equal to 36 plus 9, 45 minus 6x. You need to find the value of x, correct? So here take it the other way around. So 85 minus 45 is 40 is equal to 8x. So x is equal to 5. So the point on the x-axis is x is equal to 5. Now remember I told you you can use a midpoint formula. Now in the midpoint formula, if you did the midpoint formula, we got 5 comma 5, isn't it? See the abscissa part, abscissa is 5, isn't it? So from that you can directly do it. This method you use only if you are doing an MCQ. Fair enough. And especially if you are doing like competitive exams, you can do it. The reason why we can use that particular formula is that, guys, think about it. This is the x-axis, okay? The 2 points are here, something like this. The midpoint is this 5 comma 0, the equidistant point. Now if you draw a line, a straight line which is passing through this particular point, any point in that particular line will be equidistant from these 2 points because they form an isosceles triangle. So 5, so this to this, both will be. So this point is 5 comma 5. And if you take this one, it's going to be like 5 comma 10 or something. Doesn't matter, whatever it is. But the abscissa part remains the same. That means you can just use midpoint formula and just like that, you guys are going to get the answer. Fair enough. That's why I told you can use midpoint formula also, but this is more easier to understand. It might be long, but it's easier to understand. Clear? So the shortcut is use the midpoint formula, get the value of abscissa, and directly you can get the answer. Fair enough? Now let's do the next question. See the second one. Find the slope of a line which passes through the origin and the midpoint of the line segment joining P and B. Okay, first what we do, let's calculate the midpoint of P and B. Alright, so here point P is given to be 0, comma minus 4. It's a point on the y-axis. Point B is given to be 8, comma 0, which is a point on the x-axis. Say M is the midpoint. You guys know the formula x1 plus x2 by 2, 0 plus 8 by 2, which is 8 by 2, minus 4 plus 0 by 2, which is minus 4 by 2. So the midpoint what you have is 4, comma minus 2. Now the line is passing through origin and the midpoint, isn't it? So now what do we have? Origin is O, 0, comma 0, and the midpoint is 4, comma minus 2. Now what's the formula for slope? Slope is given by M is equal to delta y by delta x, or y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, isn't it? So in this case, we are going to have M is equal to 0 minus of minus 2 divided by 0 minus 4. x2, so this I'm taking this to be x2 y2. That's why y2 minus y1. This is going to become 2 by minus 4. So slope M is equal to minus half. This is the value of the slope. That means for the second question, answer is minus 1 by 2. Fair enough? Now let's do the third question now. See the third one. Find the value of x for which the points this, and this are collinear. Remember in the last video we had discussed, if the points are collinear, then the slopes are equal. Let's name the points first. So in this case, in the third question, suppose say a value is x comma minus 1, b value is 2 comma 1, and c value is 4 comma 5. Now the slope of AB is equal to slope of BC is equal to slope of AC. Correct? This is how we discussed in the last video also. First, let's try to calculate the slope of BC. So that means what we are doing now is we are doing slope of BC. Again, we'll use y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So 5 minus 1 divided by 4 minus 2. So 4 by 2, which is 2. That means the slope between BC is given by 2. Correct? Now let's calculate the slope of AB, or you can take the slope of AC. I mean, it makes no difference anyway. Now slope of AB will calculate. Again, delta y by delta x. So delta y becomes 1 minus of minus 1 by 2 minus x. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 divided by 2 minus x. See, what we know is that this value and this value, both of these two values are equal to one another, isn't it? So what we have, 2 is equal to 2 divided by 2 minus x. So if you cross multiply, 2 into 2 minus x is equal to 2. Cancel. 2 minus x is equal to 1. So what do we get now? So take the value of that side. Therefore, x value is equal to 1. So for the points to be collinear, the value of x has to be this. That means for the third one, the answer is going to become 1. So third one answer is 1. Fair enough? Now let's do the fourth one. Look at the fourth question now. See the fourth one, the slope of a line is double of the slope of another line. Okay? So you can say m1 is equal to 2 times of m2. If the tangent of the angle between them is 1 by 3, find the slopes of the lines. So this is regarding the angle between the two lines, isn't it? So first what we'll do, we'll write down what is given to us. It's given the slope of a line is double the slope of another line, isn't it? So m1 is equal to 2 times of m2, first case. Angle between them is, tangent of the angle between them is 1 by 3. That means tan theta or tan alpha is equal to 1 by 3. Correct? Now what is the formula for that? We know that the formula is given by tan alpha is equal to m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1. I mean, it makes no difference anyway. So m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. Find the slopes. Substitution, very, very easy. So tan alpha is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is equal to 2 times of m2 minus m2 by 1 plus 2m2, this into m2. So 1 by 3 is equal to m2 divided by 1 plus 2m2 square. Cross multiply. 1 plus 2m2 square is equal to 3m2. Guys, this you have to solve it like a linear quadratic equation. Sorry, not linear, like a quadratic equation. So you have 2m2 square minus 3m2 plus 1 is equal to 0. We can take it as minus 2 into minus 1. Correct? Once you take it as that 2m2 and minus m2 here, so what we can write here, 2m2 square minus 2m2 minus m2 plus 1 is equal to 0. So 2m2 into m2 minus 1 into m2 minus 1 is 0. So 2m2 minus 1 into m2 minus 1 is equal to 0. So that means here what do we have? M2 value can be two things. So M2 can be half or M2 can be 1. Correct? So there are two values. Since we have two values, we'll have to look at the M1 value. So suppose if M2 value is equal to half, suppose if M2 is equal to half, then M1 is equal to, M1 is what? 2 times of M2, right? So this is going to give me 1. Or if in case M2 is 1, then M1 is equal to 2. So these are the answers for the fourth question. That means for the fourth one, we have two answers, isn't it? So what we'll do, we'll write down. So we have two answers for this. The first one is being half and 1. The second one being 1 and 2. Fair enough? So these are the answers for the fourth question. Now let's do the fifth one. Fifth one is more like it's a proving sum, isn't it? Let's do the fifth one now. See, in the fifth one, 3 points, this lie on a line. Show that this is equal to this. Okay, it's very easy. Now, what we can do is, you have to show that they lie on the line. Correct? Okay, now, first thing what we'll do, these are the 3 points. So let's assume that in the x and y axis, we have point h comma 0, 0 comma k. So let's assume that the line goes like this. Just assume. Okay, so say the 3 points, this point is going to become h comma 0, this point is going to become 0 comma k, and somewhere in between we have a point a comma b. A comma b is on the line, isn't it? You have to show that these 3 points lie on the line. Okay, now first thing what we'll do is we'll try to find the slope. Okay, so with the help of slope we will be able to do something. Now here, once we try to find the slope, what we'll do, let's call this point as A. Let's call that point as P. This is P, this is Q, say this is R. Fine. Now let's try to find the slope now. So when you take the slope, what we'll do, slope of PQ. This is going to become B minus K divided by A, because A minus 0 is A. Same way, when you take the slope of QR, this is going to give us Again, b minus 0, which is b divided by a minus h. We have these two. Now, guys, you know that these two are equal, isn't it? Now, equate both of them. That means you have b minus k by a is equal to b divided by a minus h. Okay. Now, in this case, now what do we do? Cross multiply. B minus k into a minus h is equal to ab. Okay. Multiply ab minus bh minus ak plus hk is equal to ab. AB cancels. Take the negative terms on the other side. So you got hk is equal to ak plus bh. Now divide both LHS and RHS by h into k. That means here what we are doing, divide by hk. So on the LHS it's 1, so we'll keep it on the RHS side. So ak divided by hk, ak divided by hk is going to give me a by h plus bh divided by hk is going to give me b by k is equal to hk by hk is equal to 1, which is nothing but this value. So what did we prove? In case or if these three points lie on the line, then this condition holds good. Are you all clear with this? So this is basically the last question. Now, in the next video, we'll look into different concepts in straight lines.